Hi guys, this is Tresa, back with another little sewing tutorial, and this time I want to show you how to tie a quilter's knot because I find these knots extremely helpful. It's my go-to way to knot thread. So anyways, let's get into it. What you're going to need for this tutorial, or if you are actually doing it for a garment, is you're going to need a needle. Please don't choose this size needle in most cases. There's very few cases that I come across that I actually need this giant needle. I just wanted you to easily be able to see what I am doing, so I chose the biggest needle humanly possible. Second, you are going to need thread. Again, I just chose a really bright thread so that you could easily see it, but you choose the thread based on what you are sewing. And thirdly, you are going to need a tiny pair of scissors, hopefully that you specifically used to cut thread. I'm not the best at this. If you watch my live streams, I tend to pick up these scissors and use them for all sorts of things. Don't do as I do what I say. If you use these scissors strictly for thread, they are going to last a lot longer and they're going to stay a lot sharper. Okay, so now that I explained what you need, the first knot that we are going to tie is going to be a double thread quilter's knot. This is a quilter's knot, but we are going to double up the thread when we make the knot so that when we sew our stitches, there's going to be continuous 2 threads in every stitch. How you are going to tie this knot. First, you're going to have to thread your needle. It always helps when your needle hole is humongous, as mine is right now. That's not always the case, so it might take a little longer for you guys, but you're going to go ahead and take a minute and thread the needle, and if the thread is not going through, or you're struggling a bit, that's why we have those tiny little scissors with us. You're going to go ahead, trim the thread, and attempt again to thread your needle. Once you get the thread through, you are going to pull out as much thread that you think you need for whatever you're sewing. So this is totally dependent on what you happen to be sewing, but just make sure when you pull your thread to decide how much you need, you're going to make sure that you have an even amount on both threads. So you have one side that you are pulling through the needle, and you're going to match it to the side that is still attached to the thread spool, and then you are going to cut the thread in the same space, in the same place, so that the side that is freshly through the needle and the side still attached to the spool come out to be the same length. Now, if they're not the same length, go ahead and match them up so that they are the same. And now you are going to take the needle in one hand and the 2 pieces of thread in the other hand. And you are going to start wrapping the thread around the needle as I am doing. You are going to take the thread that you wrapped around the needle and you are going to pull it down the needle, down all of the thread until you end up at the end of the thread, and it should create a knot. Once again, you take the 2 threads together in your hand, in the opposite hand of the hand holding the needle, and then you bring it to where the needle is and you wrap it around the needle. Pull down, and it will create a knot. Now, if you just held from the knot, the needle's not going to go anywhere, and that is your double-threaded quilter's knot. Next, I want to show you how to do a single thread quilter's knot. Like I was saying before, single thread is great for hand sewing. Most of the hand sewing I do, or beadwork, definitely a lot of the beadwork I do, is single threaded. So when you are going to go and do a single thread quilter's knot, you are going to thread the needle once again, and then you are going to pull the thread as far as you need it, but leave a significant difference between the amount that you pulled through the needle and the amount that is left still connected to the spool. So when you cut the thread from the spool, so now your thread is disconnected from the spool, make sure, unlike last time, the thread lengths on the 2 sides of the needle are uneven. I would say, especially the first time you're doing this, make it significantly uneven. Maybe leave about 4-inch difference between the 2 so you don't accidentally tie both sides into the knot. Now, you're going to take the longer piece of thread in one hand, don't touch the smaller piece, and you are going to wrap it around the needle that's in your other hand. Again, like when we did the last knot, you are going to pull that thread that's wrapped around the needle down to the end of the thread. At this point, it is actually going to pass over the shorter piece of thread, and the knot is going to only end up on the longer piece of thread. This is great for doing a lot of handwork, because if you ever make a mistake or you ever need to go back, you can actually pull the needle off of this piece of thread and put it right back on, because this is not a closed circuit. At any point, the needle can disconnect from the thread without losing the knot. So this is a single thread quilter's knot. Thank you so much for joining me on this little tutorial. I hope it assisted you in being able to create knots in an easier way. I definitely think this is the absolute easiest way to knot your thread, but if you think I'm wrong, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. Thank you.